DJ Kevin the Kinetic, man. Listen to me, no man. Just ensure that you go ahead and book him, please, and thank you. You understand? So all funerals, weddings, parties, anything that go on outside, it's open up right now. So please go ahead and follow him on all social media platforms at DJ Kevin the Kinetic. Yes, please and thank you. And welcome back to Bwoyatingz After Dark right here on News Talk 93 FM. Before I even go into the episode, really and truly, Drive Unique Cars, remember to go ahead and follow them on Instagram. So they just hit 3,000 followers on Instagram and they're having a giveaway. Yes, so gas is expensive right now and we can barely afford to even drive going away. So if you want to win a 5,000 gift certificate from Ruby's gas station, ensure that you're actually following Drive Unique Cars on Instagram. Tag your friends. Remember, you have to be following the people them, please and thank you. So make sure you follow them, tag your friend them, share the post to your IG story and tag them. And also, so one lucky winner, one lucky person, my apologies, will be selected to win the $5,000 worth of gas.
Do this, but oh my God, can I sing to you? Yeah.
Because Jamaica very expensive right now, we can't afford it. You understand? No, my guest here, it's so funny because I spoke about him last year when we were talking about not appreciating Jamaican talents, and I said QQ is a legend. And I think somebody, asked me why I said that. And I said, QQ been doing this from his 10. Right? And I think that was historic. I can't recall of recent times or even before my time, I'm old like Christ, that we've had a 10-year-old running the charts, and that was with Poverty.
Right.
So, welcome, sir. Welcome to Bwoyatingz After Dark. I said that we're number one trending on Twitter, so big up on yourself, Things Nation. I appreciate it. So, you are on the show.
Yeah.
And we're very appreciative of it. And the people are very excited to hear what's been happening with you and all these things. Welcome and thank you so much for being here. You understand?
Big up.
So QQ, my name's Kareem Dawkins. Yeah? I understand why your father, if you name Kareem, I know that I'm the only Kareem that's supposed to be here. But yeah. Welcome to the show, sir. You're somebody that we've watched literally grow up in a lot of our eyes. You are a father.
Yeah.
So how is father? Being a father right now, though, how is that treating you?
Trust me, I think it's one of the greatest thing that happened in my entire life, and I've really had so much good things happening in my life, but that definitely was one of the biggest things because it made me appreciate even myself more. You know what I mean? My son, he's 7, gonna be 8 this year. He's such a gem.
Right.
So bright. You know what I mean? Sometimes too bright.
Yeah, I can imagine. 8-year-old. So now you've gone through that.
Yeah.
The stage of being a father, and you turn a father at age 21. 20, let's see that, 20. Wow.
Yeah.
And a lot of us was kind of like, yo, John was there, 20, young. Were you expecting that any at all? How was your career, being a father and also being an artist?
Well, first and foremost, was I expecting it then? It was. I wasn't expecting anything, but once you're doing stuff, you have to expect, yeah.
Facts.
But in terms of with my career, yeah, of course, it's gonna take a toll somewhat on your career, and it's just you have to be able to manage both, as best as possible. There are times when I do feel like I haven't been able to see my son as I would want to, for probably a little period of time, and then I'm like, all right, I need to readjust, I need to do this, I need to do that, and then it's also very difficult too because the peak seasons for me is always summer, Christmas, and this is when I have him,
Right.
So it's always a little bit tedious, but nonetheless I try to flex it, make it work, you know what I mean, and try to be as present as I can in his life.
Right.
That song, the idea came to me. And Pops has always been around, so Pops always give me input, like you have to speak about the people that struggle,
Yeah.
We just articulated in such a way, and everybody just gave their input. Pops and probably one of Pops' brethren them just gave their input, and that's how that song came together. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But at age 10 though, like I don't think you would have understand how big of a moment that was. But what was like going through your mind at 10? You were still in school, primary prep school, and then this song, and you're now experiencing fame.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was unique.
Yeah.
Why it was unique is because I was maybe the only person in the country, you know, at that age doing this. You know what I mean? And it did put quite a pressure on me.
Yeah.
You know, I really thought that, all right, being the youth, you know, you think, all right, cool, everybody's just going to be like, yeah, man, a kid, you know, he's doing it, and it's a good thing. But we got so many pushbacks also. You know what I mean? There were some people who were like, nah, man, him feeling at school, him should know how to sing. I got that heavy, and, you know, there were places I would go to, and even people would try to like block me from performing. You'd think that being a kid is easier, you know, but they would try to block you from performing, and it's like I never understood it because I said, "Me a youth," you know, like why is it such a pushback? You know, it puzzled me. But you know, growing up in music and going through the struggle of music, you know, you kind of realize and you recognize why, you know, a lot of the youths even now push back so much. You know what I mean? And it's because of a lot of the obstacles they faced.
Why music? Why did you like decide that, yo, I want to be a singer, DJ, rapper, whatever the case is? Why music in the first place?
Well, when I was a baby, like coming up, I just remember I was in love with playing. I said I gotta be a pilot. Clearly, now I don't even like planes no more. Been on them too much. So I started going to church at a very tender age. You know what I mean? And yes, I'm one of the artists them we always in the church.
Everybody
but
have a
listen,
church choir,
grandmother definitely bring me go church every Sunday. We could even talk about the work at church. You know what I mean? After we wake up. Going to church, I used to love play the drums and just love sing. And because of that, it just developed into something. I went to the UK at a young age, and then being in the UK, the only thing I could do is play the drums and really sing. So I joined the choir. Only boy in the choir. I was like, nah, this just kind of look weird, you know? But we did so well that first year that every other boy just decided for join it. And then I realized, nah, man, I like music. I feel like it's pushing me, it's motivating me, and it's making me want to just like be that person who is able to motivate other people, you know? So that's the reason why I definitely just chose music.
So when you started though, like what was the goal for you, you know, as a young artist? Like, did you imagine that years after, like literally, 18, 19 years after now, that you would have been here?
That I would have been alive? Certainly.
Well, not alive, but still in music.
Still in music? Actually, I wanted that. I wanted that because starting out so young and then getting the success, I was like, wow, this is going to be a story to tell. This is going to be a book. Like, I could see me at, you know, 60, 70, you know, like a Beres Hammond, you know, on that type of level. And that's where I want to actually take my career, you know, eventually. And people will see the changes, you know, as you go through the decades, they will see the changes and the narrative will change to maybe a more grown man side when we reach them age. But I want to be able to tell that story and that book and that movie and whatever.
Speaking of change, you started out as a conscious artist, I would say, sort of. So we have Poverty, and then it was more like a relationship thing with the Never No Use of Our, and you know everybody was just like, "What, sir? You're a baby. What you sing about?" You have Stucky, you have Ghetto Gyal, you have Room Ram, you have One Drop. Like the list goes on. So it's dance songs, conscious songs, girl song. We never really hear, you know, chopper song, no rifle song. And I've watched interviews with you saying that, you know, that's just not what you want to do. You do enjoy those music, but that's not you as an artist. Is it a conscious like thing of yours to say, yo, nope, not me?
Well, here what it is. First thing, when you're an individual, you must know yourself.
Oh, yeah, man.
It's very important for you to know yourself. That is not me. You know what I mean? That's just not QQ. Like, big up the youth them when do them music. You know what I mean? Definitely. I always say I support them youth there as long as them make the right decisions, you know. If they're making money from it, come out of poverty, make sure you reinvest in the ghetto and help youths. You see what I say? But it's not something that I see myself doing. I can't see myself a DJ and a gun song. Just imagine me, I do a gun song now. Stuck with a rifle.
Yeah.
You know?
Remember the rifle.
It really just don't make no sense.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
And it's not the type of energy that I want to put out there. I'm a youth big pan spirituality, big pan energy. You know what I mean? So I try to put out a certain energy out there that I want to be able to receive back. You know what I mean? So my energy is always going to be good vibes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man and woman thing, couple up, dancing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Always I try to recreate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
you notice, my music is
That's
always
true.
bringing the man and woman them together and just not say, yo, we're
true.
promoting life.
That is true.
Yeah.
Speaking of man and woman and things, we've seen a shift in dancehall of recent times, and I've spoken about this, that, you know, dancehall has somewhat been watered down, just a little tips, you know, based on the consumer. Do you think that the shift in dancehall currently for this era, based on when you just started and you being, you know, like 10 years ago, is there a shift in dancehall? Is dancehall right now watered down? Any at all?
It is at a place where it's searching, and this happens, you know, ever so often in our
Right.
music, right? And every music it happens in, not just dancehall.
Yeah.
You will always find that the music is evolving, and for it to evolve, it might get distorted. We might not like how it sounds. We might just not. We can't appreciate it, but then it will find itself, and it's gonna find a very nice space and probably dominate for the next 10 to 15 years again, and then it will go back through that process. Right now, we not hear no gyal song. And we're worried about that.
None at all.
Because
None
how
at
can
all.
you have a party without woman?
None at all.
You see me I say?
None
Like,
at all.
which man really buy a ticket for go one party with a pay man there?
Because them want to go right for dance.
You see me I say?
That's a different story.
no, but even in other sense, I tell you
Yeah.
straight, about no say no woman not there. Even if him now go,
Yeah.
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Him want to go look on two girls.
Yeah.
You get what I say? So that is a big concern in dancehall right now. The reason why a lot of people think it's okay is because, again, if the consumers seem to be cool with it, then the industry is going to embrace it. The consumers basically control the narrative. You know?
That's true.
You get what I say? Like,
is true.
look at the party that happened last night. I Love Soca. Thousands.
Yeah.
Broke out thing, y'all
Yeah.
thing. Is what I say?
Yeah.
So you know that the consumers want it, but guess what? They're not demanding it. And until them demand it from the artists are just basically give you where them feel like say, you like
Yeah.
it. You know what I say? So,
Yeah. Dancehall and sales, and I think I saw an interview where you were kind of talking about, you know, sales in dancehall, and we all know that Jamaican artists barely make any money from like selling music. And I know that dancehallmag.com actually said that Jamaicans are not buying digital music from their favorite dancehall artists. Is it something that you think that we're going to get to, like, any at all?
Eventually, it's gonna get there because I mean, Jamaica has always been, if you ask me, an Android country, and it's getting to the iPhone level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm seeing way more people now with
Come on to the
iPhone.
Android world, man. My
You know?
God, man.
So I feel like
Yeah.
once people get to that place, and that's kind of one thing I'm like about Apple, kind of force if you have to support the thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have to use Apple Music, you have to do certain things. It's gonna get to that place because of this new generation and because of their love for music and them wanting music and all of that. But definitely sales is a big issue for dancehall. Big issue. And also, a lot of our artists don't focus on streaming. Everybody really just focus on, may have 10 million views on YouTube. You know what I mean? And really and truly, it means nothing in all reality, you know, when you
doesn't.
put it in streaming numbers.
Doesn't mean
but
anything.
if you have 10 million streams on Spotify,
Yeah.
it speaks volume.
Yeah.
You know, so the artists them really need to also demand of the consumers, hey,
Yeah.
this is the link for it. This is where it's at. And, you know, change the narrative from, you know, everything just being YouTube and, you know, a level playing field, Apple Music, Spotify, you know, spread it, let people know, go search for the thing. This is where it is.
Because, sorry, I really think that like a lot of dancehall artists don't really take dancehall entertainment business as a business,
Right.
So a lot of people just want to say, well, I was trending on YouTube, but really and truly, what about the business side of it? Like, what about the streaming and the stage show? Or they just want to out of Jamaica.
Right.
Now, your career has not only been here in Jamaica, and you didn't really care much for running Jamaica. Was that something that you sat down and you're like, well, this don't really make sense, you know, because, you know, food there, foreign, big foreign, literally.
First and foremost, I would never say I've never cared about running Jamaica.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you this, not care what you think when you're a dancehall artist, right? And me a proud dancehall artist, dancehall me do. You have to, this is the base, this is the market that you need more than anything. This is where everybody search for that next big thing. So every dancehall artist aim, especially mine, is always to capitalize on Jamaica and dominate Jamaica.
Right.
I don't try to run Jamaica because I feel like, say, you know, anybody will always there in a number one, always I get fight. You know? So I just want to be comfortably in the top 5 if God's willing. Yeah, me prefer that spot there. But definitely number one is always like this hustle. You know, them a jog you down, them a do all type of things.
Fight, your man, fight, rough man.
Yeah. So, but it's definitely something that I feel like when you see how the international market treats your music, appreciates your music, and what they do with your music, it motivates you even more.
Right.
And, you know, you just end up being over there some more. Unfortunately, you know, sometimes Jamaica, you know, they'll move to a different artist or they move to a different sound or something, but the international market's still there where you there, and they're just gravitating to what you're doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I can tell you, because I've done gyal songs throughout my whole 18, 19 years of being in this industry, I've been able to just tour off of them songs. You know what I mean? Simply because of gyal songs. Like, this Saturday I'm at a college. You know what I mean? And what do I have right now that's brand new where start run the place already? You know what I mean? I mean, Triple Touch is gonna run it, but it just a job tonight. But
Yeah,
sure.
you love that.
It's better.
Are you locally based at all? Are you here? Do you live here?
I say this to people all the time. I don't live anywhere.
Right.
The reason why I say this to people is because how my year is, it's pretty organized in such a way. The first few months, it's in Florida, few months in Jamaica, few months in New York, and the ending of the year is in London. And that's really how my life is. And in between all of that, all of my shows are happen wherever I'm going. So I'm everywhere.
Speak about I want to talk about relevance.
Yeah.
A lot of Jamaicans, and you have a song on YouTube that was just released literally less than a year ago, and it has 5 million views, and I'm 100% sure that if we're having conversations about people who are running Jamaica, people might overlook QQ, but QQ is always relevant. Is relevance really of that much importance in it at all?
It has to be of some importance. Why? The main source of income is shows.
Yeah.
And as much as your catalog is big and I'm able to tour because of my catalog, me being relevant enhances my catalog. Right? So it still is very important for you to be relevant. The thing is, I'm not an artist that run it down. I try to take my time, put out quality stuff. I try to ensure that I know when I'm releasing, I know the market I want to, you know, test out. Sometimes even test the water, you know what I mean? Like, let me see
if that's going to work or whatever
you know
the case is.
Sometimes I'm testing stuff and people don't even know, you know what I mean? So I don't run it down, you know what I mean? If it comes, big up the Almighty, we appreciate it, but I don't try to run it down. I don't try to nuff up myself. I try to OD the thing.
Okay. Also, you received the Prime Minister's Youth Award in the category of music. Now, this is a big thing. This is a big moment. We're not going to act like it's a little thing. It's a big thing. Where were you when you actually found this out? Because this is a great honor, by the way.
Big up to the government, the Prime Minister, you know what I mean, the Ministry of Youth and Information and stuff. I was in London. I was in London. Actually, I came to Jamaica in December to do the ceremony, and you know it got delayed. And then I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to be in London top of the year. While I was out there, they reached out and they're like, hey, we want you to be on the ceremony. You know, you've been nominated, and we still want you to be on it. You know, even if it's not in your favor, but you know, we just want you to be on it. And I was like, all right, no problem. I'll try my best, and I was on it, and you know. I remember being on it for about 2 hours, and I was like, oh, wow.
This is a long show.
You know, a long show. But then I was like to myself, all right, it looked like, you know, I didn't win. But nonetheless, I see a lot of good candidates. So it's a good situation. And
Right.
I was like, you know what? I kind of highlighted on the Zoom. I was like, I might have to run because I really had studio. And they're like, we just want you to wait like 30 more minutes. And I was like, all right, no problem. So I'm there, and then they call my name and like in the category of music. And I was like, wow, that's such a big deal.
No, it is a big deal.
It's
No, man,
such
it is a big deal for you. Like a big deal.
And I was very happy, like I was elated. You sure you mean in London? I said, yes. And the reason it was such a big deal for me is because I've been in this industry for about 18 years. And, people look at QQ and they must say, oh, QQ, them you, they get it easy, they're not a fight, they're not this and that. But people will never understand
What
the
you've gone through.
struggle.
Yeah.
That I've gone through to even be here today and even, as you said, be relevant somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People wouldn't understand that. And they just thought that, because I'm a youth. No, man, a youth that them not going to fight me. And they wouldn't even understand that probably youths get the most fight in this
We do get the most
industry.
fight.
You know what I
Believe
mean?
me. Trust and believe.
So I was very happy that, the government deemed me fit
Yeah.
to award me such a award.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was really happy about it. And trust me, I've heard even when I got the award, some people was like, oh,
Yeah.
but QQ should win it. And I was like, wow, it's crazy.
You've contributed so much, though, to our culture. And once again, your catalog speaks for itself. And whether or not we want to agree, you have to really and truly just know, say, yes, this man been singing up conscious, great music from the age of 10. You released a song last year that is one of my favorite songs. And I hope that we can actually play it on the radio. Whisper.
Oh.
Right? No.
Funny enough.
No, where does that come from, QQ? But can't we even talk about it?
Funny enough,
Yeah.
And you know how long Whisper has been out?
Yeah.
It wasn't even last year.
I actually know that.
The video came out last year.
I know that. I actually had it on a CD from a long time ago. I said, wait, why nobody don't know that song here?
Yeah.
And then I say, put out the video, and I say, yeah, man,
Yeah.
But that song that come about?
So that song, right? I remember Aisha, a girl from London, gave me that rhythm, 2018.
Yes.
She gave me the rhythm, didn't have nowhere to voice it, and we end up at Gold God Studio. Yeah, and went to
What a studio.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the song is so fitting for that studio.
Yeah. Went to the studio, and it's like I'm there vibing the rhythm, and I try to come up with the idea, and I just came up with Whisper, like, some man said them no like stripper girl, and you me like. And I started singing it, and I'm like, stripper, I don't know, but just I sing. You know what I mean? But it just became such a monster at the end.
Yeah.
Released the song, and when I mean like England, Canada, Europe, New York, like certain markets, the song just went crazy. And like when I mean it's one of my top streaming songs right now.
I can
to this
imagine.
date. Yep. And it's crazy. One of the reasons I did the video also is because I'm like, you know what? People are killing me. Aren't you gonna do the video for this song? But I'm like, it's not being played in Jamaica, so it's like, man, I say, I'm not so motivated to really do. And everybody's like, but it's such a big song in England, and I'm like, really? So fly out England, and when I went to England, I was doing a show with my bro IQ over there, and went boom, started singing the song, and the whole crowd was just singing it.
Singing the words,
I didn't have to sing nothing. And
If
I
we
was
can
like,
actually
whoa.
find that song, please. If I have the clean version of it, which I really doubt. But can we find the clean version of that song anywhere, QQ, please, and thank you. Well, radio version. If we can find a radio version of that song, I would appreciate it, so my viewers, listeners can actually hear it. Because I know, so we don't really know them something, I know. But yeah, you understand? The song is a vibe. The song is a vibe.
Yeah.
And what are the new projects you're actually working on? You have Triple Touch that you just premiered on the show. We're gonna play it again after the break. But what else are you working on? You and your brother IQ has a. To be honest with you, I never know that IQ was a real brother. To be honest.
Same file.
Yeah, me never know that IQ is a real brother. Yeah, but he's talented as well.
Yeah, man.
So what exactly are you working on other than the projects with him and the Triple Touch song?
All right. So other than Triple Touch and the joint EP with Bro, I've been working on like conscious songs just the same. You know, a lot of people sometimes say to me, yo, we're not hearing none of the poverty them, we're not hearing none of this. And then, I said to people, I'm always doing them, but if you don't go search for them, if I do a broke out song, I know you gotta search it. But you want a conscious song? I did the conscious song, so you have to go search it just to see it. So I have a song called The Struggle Is Real.
The Struggle Is Real.
I think the time is fitting, like me.
Do we have that song right now?
I'm gonna send it.
Yeah, okay, good.
I heard you talking about, them giving away $5,000 gas, and I thought about it. I'm like, it's very much needed for people in this time.
Believe him on time.
Because a lot of people just got done them gas on the highway.
Definitely for the highway for the 5 hours.
So it's one of those songs that, you know, means a lot to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because of the struggle that I know people are going to know, the tough times they are having.
And it is real.
And it is one of them songs that were mega push. I just did the video for it, and I'm just kind of gearing it up to release it so people can have it and appreciate that side of QQ just the same. Because we don't want to run away from those people who love the poverty QQ.
Right.
The better must come QQ. You know what I mean?
Okay. There's so many people on Twitter right now who is saying that they're so in love with your voice. I don't understand. We added to the girl limb. But speaking of that, right now, I don't know what's happening in parties. And DJ Kevy is a DJ too. Something has to happen now. Like, I'm really tired of going to an event. I'm there for 2 hours and all I hear is gunman song and chopper song. I'm not a chopper. I don't chop. I'm not a chopper. Nor do I burst guns. You understand? Welcome to the girl song. They may not understand what is happening.
Listen, like I said before, the consumers have to demand it. You know what I mean? The patrons have to be like, listen, this we want for here. This is what we need. This is what we want. Because if you got a party, you want to bubble upon a girl. You know what I mean? How do you go to a party and don't even tea for wine?
Yeah.
Is it really a party?
No, it's not a party.
You know,
it is not a party.
You know,
you're
supposed to definitely see a girl and not say, oh, man, tea for wine for a girl, you know.
Let's go back to those times, man.
So that is definitely needed. And also, you know, we have to start to do more artist development. Rounded artists and not just artists that's just going in one direction. We need artists that can be able to give us conscious music, girl song, chopper song, whatever they do, but we need rounded artists. We can't just be in one lane. You're not showing your versatility, and you know, being an artist is also, it's an art. You see what I say? So to be an artist, you really can't just go one way because you know, it's an art. Which art really goes one way? Art can be so many different things. But then
some of the older folks in dancehall are kind of saying that man is supposed to in a dance and wind it themselves. No, you and your brother, when they believe in a waistline and all these things, from longer time. Right.
100%.
What is the problem? Like, what's the disconnect? I really can't understand it.
Here what it is.
They're not show them sexuality. That is it.
I was just about to say.
Uncomfortable with them sexuality.
I was just about to say to you one thing. When me a youth, I'ma come out with Stucky, right?
Yes.
Boom. I remember there was so many pushbacks. Some people, you know, a lot of people love Stucky. They love the dance. A lot of people do it. Some man say, yo, me nah do it.
And
you look Ray. Listen, people start out some crazy rumors.
Yeah, right.
You know, on me. And I was just like, wow. But one thing about me, I was always strong-minded. And I was never unsure about my sexuality.
Right.
You get me? I said?
Right.
So it never bothered me one bit. And then no, I've seen a lot of the same people them.
Where did I bunny out
and I spread rumors and I chat.
Yeah.
None of them, like, for them pants tighter than mine. Some of them waistline kick up more. And I'm like, you see, what is it?
Yeah.
Either you're gone because that was a rumor you put on me.
Yes.
Or the reality is you just realize you have to change with the times. Like, you know what I mean? But now tell them and say, yo, go do nothing where you know and do and them thing there. But listen, woman they have to have fun with. We have to keep them involved. Like, when we take out the woman them out our life, what we are going to do?
I can't even say more on the radio.
Exactly.
I can't even say on the radio.
What is life without women?
News talk with a fire me, but we're going to go on a quick break. Once again, this is Bwoyatingz. After that, we're here with the legendary QQ, and we have a lot of things to talk about. Sir, there is this clip that I saw today that I don't know if you're aware of DJ Envy. Of course, you know DJ Envy from The Breakfast Club. Right, so him and his wife actually came out on an interview, and like she was saying that, you know, she has faked orgasms a lot of times.
Yeah.
Right? And I know what a woman do this, but then he was saying he didn't know that she was faking it because she was making the sounds and the shake and all the things that we know about. So we kind of want to talk about that just a little bit as well.
Yeah, man.
So we're going to get back to that. We'll get back to the woman sang them in a dancehall. Because of faking orgasm something there is a thing that has been happening from Jesus was a boy. From Jesus to the walk street and I make furniture, woman a fake orgasms. I not ask Christ when I tell you the truth. Yeah. So a girl say she not fake no orgasms any at all. She could just ask the man what is this and make him come off her. You understand? But a lot of women are really not doing that. They are going to pretend. Yeah, I'm always say it. If you're pretending, how are we going to know? How are we going to learn? Because a lot of women, they release differently, right? By penetration, by a lot of different things. So if you're not teach me, because I can deal with 500 women before you, and then you is the exception.
Right.
So if you're not teach me, how am I supposed to know?
Right.
This fake and orgasm thing. What do you think about it?
It wicked, but you are still. I ain't even gonna lie. I've had situations where I was, walking girls still, and I faked it too. Like I just wanted to be done. Like
no man, fake orgasm.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Oh, there's a man fake orgasm. Every man must fake an orgasm at least one time.
No, I guess what? No, you just not.
You don't feel
vibes.
it. You don't feel it. You're going tired. You're going outside a drink.
You know what it is too.
Yeah.
You probably did like so anxious because you say you look on her, you like the way she look. No, you know that one, and you build up your hopes and everything, and then you.
No make no sense,
like,
man. No make no sense.
And you're like, nah, man.
Yeah.
So I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
Me definitely.
Yeah. No, but men fake orgasms as well. But
but
enough woman out there say.
A woman, I fake it. Nah, really and truly, what I want no.
Of course,
like,
I want to know.
One thing with me, like, it's an art for me.
Yeah.
I say like sex is an art,
Yeah.
and me love it so much. I'm in a smoke, I'm in a drink.
Right.
You see me? I say so. Everything else is sex for me.
Yeah.
You see me? So, like a girl, if she not feel something like more, she tell me. You know what I mean? Because I want to know what is gonna make you climax.
Right.
Every girl has a different type of body and, different look of spot where you touch. Some girls are probably them neck, some girls are definitely down there. So, me want to explore her body and kind of know the type of individual I'm dealing with, because she might do something where me just feel like, whoa.
Yeah.
No girl not do this for me.
Yeah.
Like, I remember one time, I had this girl and me and her mess about, and then she was like literally, you ever see somebody a shake like, cold?
Yeah.
She was shivering, and she was like, she just holding on to me, and she's like, cute. And I was like, oh my God, like, I was like, yo, but she was like, what did you do? Like, what you just did to me? Like,
do it again.
Like, that made me feel good.
Yeah.
Now, if she not fake it.
Yeah.
But I feel like,
no, man, you have to tell me, man. You really have to tell me. But somebody says that most sexual link-up are usually just that, a sexual link-up, right? Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, a man's aim is to just to release. So after that, whatever the woman does or feel is up to her. And this is coming from a man, by the way. But that is actual factual sometimes.
No, it is.
Because once we done dance like off, man.
Yeah,
man, the sound have to go string up, police come and have the permit. So I eat that.
Yeah.
You understand?
No, I eat that, yeah. And, babes, I love you and everything, girl. But guess what? Me not really do track and field. So a marathon something there. This is not the guy.
Yeah. That's not for me. Yeah.
I always said to girls too, listen, you can't do it, but me can't do it. So, guess what, man? I have to save something. Alex, girl.
Yeah.
But,
so Dark Skin Choice says, I can't pretend doing sex. If I'm not enjoying it, trust me, you're going to know as well. And that's what we are saying, like, you're supposed to tell the man that why not assume that every man know also what they're doing? Or why not assume say every woman are the same thing?
No, but the important thing we're saying, these girls need to tell them.
Of course.
Some girl now tell the boy, some girl I say, come off.
Yeah. Well. You're not going to approach me, so though, and say, come off. You understand? But you can't say, babe, imagine, I like it better like this, or I like it better like that. Like, you understand?
Because the funny thing is, where people have to really realize, like, a lot of individuals, right? They're still, they might say, yo, I want to go do this, go do that, go do that. Like, even a girl, you say she go do this. But they haven't really experienced it in its greatest form. So because they've experienced enough times when you see something like that happen, this is somebody that's still learning, and you just have a little bit more experience than him. You really have to just kind of show him, say, yo, you might do something wrong. Because even with me, like, I will tell you straight, majority of the girls that I've probably dealt with in my life, I probably taught them, like, listen, this is the proper way.
They know me this one.
To do this.
Yeah, but you say your father have name Kareem, no? Yeah, man, I tell them about that one.
Yeah, I have to tell them, this is the proper way. You have to put an arch in your back.
Yeah.
It has to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is very important. Certain little things, like my proper outfit.
I am professional with those. Yes, that's my name. You understand me? I'll teach you. I'm not a problem with that. And you can also teach me too.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem learning new things, unlearning and relearning new things. Yeah, tell me.
Babes, this is, okay, cool. Yep. Not 2 fingers, one. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
Somebody says she shave off because her art cool. You know what's on the for But I understand. But I want to know, have you ever faked an orgasm? So if you're on my social media platform, I'm actually reading the hashtag right now on Twitter at Bwoyatingz After Dark. So just let me know if you've ever faked an orgasm. But I also want to hear your stories. So call in right now at 876-212-9824 or 876-462-0919. Once again, 876-212-9824 or 876-462-0919. Have you ever faked an orgasm before? Or, if you just want to call QQ and bless them up, you can also do that. But the faking orgasm is something that, yes, men also fake orgasms. Yes, if they never did know, we do it too. Yeah, because enough time we can't bother, and enough time it is taking longer than we expected or anticipated. So what am I going to do? I'm not run a marathon, I'm not run 800 meter, 1500 meter. You understand? So, yeah. Somebody says, personally, some of these men love too much daggering. You can't even talk to some of them because that can kill them dead, their egos. But that is true. But then all we are going to know because we not tell we enough. All we do is go on a group chat and say, boy, the boy that make sense. No, man.
They complain to them, looking their girlfriends and say, if this and that and you know what I mean? But no, man, it's important for the ladies them tell the man them. And you see, this is even things like that. No, waistline, very important.
See that? I talk about it.
It come right back to the thing where I say, ladies love waistline. Like, personally, I'm a person who enjoys, anytime me link up with a girl, I go on an exhibition. I test about my waist again and see,
and see if it makes sense.
Me does this on the stage last night. I wonder if we can try it. I want to see how flexible, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And see the type of impact it up on her, because I want to read her body, read her face, and see what she do. I say, whoa, this look like something we can introduce to me in life.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And try it back. One girl says she fake orgasms all the time. Tor27_96. Can you call in, please? I'd appreciate that. Because all the time sound like every single time. Like, man, I know. There's no way that you're telling me that a man has never given you an orgasm before or has never made you orgasm before. There's no way. There's no way in hell. If you fake it, you're basically telling the person that they did something right, so do not do it, and that is actual factual. You can't have it out here or run to a bridge and say, dog, of course, brother. Yeah, man, a beer sweat and she shake till yeah, man, a ego shot off, man.
Michelle, she could even walk.
Yeah, brother, she come off of the bed, I feel she want to feel, man, I'll be a water, man, for a girl for drink a favor. Yeah, that thing never work. Tiff Exclusive said, everyone is different. What may pleasure one person may not pleasure another.
Exactly.
So ladies need to talk up if the man just not doing it right. It shouldn't be hard to tell him, please slow down, wind your waist a little, XYZ, etc., etc. And that is exactly what I'm saying. And I've always said this from I came on the radio 2 years ago. I say, yo, women, when you need to ensure that you're communicating during sex, it is very important.
Yeah.
No, not this year.
No, it's
but
very
it's all about
important,
approach as well, though. Yeah? Because you're not going to tell me, yo, come off of me. No, you can't do that.
You have to know how you really say it. Because, again, men full of ego. Mash up all that ego. We just soft what we just like life.
Yeah.
You know?
No, man. You really and truly have to. Well, the girl that says that she fakes her orgasm all the time, she said that she can't call in because she's actually with her boyfriend right now.
Oh, shoot. Don't fake your orgasm tonight. Please don't.
Jesus Christ. You know what that woman are wicked do, you know?
Don't fake it tonight, babes.
I wonder if the man listen to the show over there.
Nah, you know what's crazy too? And probably all I listen, I not even know say a female.
Yeah, man, all I laugh and I say, babe, yeah, boy, man. I'm regular will make you go out and say, yeah, man, I'll walk, you can't walk, man. But them not poor, sir. Yeah, so she can't call because she lay down right beside you. Yeah, you understand? And so she fake her orgasms all the time. So yeah.
So any man will lay down next to the woman right now, you listen to the show.
If she listen to the Bwoyatingz right now, then I use that. Yeah. The man them silent, yeah man them, yeah. See, one girl say yes man, someone who chat too much and I love boast too much and they never tell a lie, but that is actual factual. What if a lie because I won't argue it. So obviously, yeah.
But you know also what's crazy too, right? Sometimes you have some woman who kind of then push certain things to like, oh, I want to know some of this, some of that. And sometimes you won't even tell a girl like, babes, man, tell you straight, you know, it's not that great. You know, it all right.
What do you do in one case like that though? What do you do in a case where you there London, she there Jamaica, and she talk and she tell you, yeah man, I'm wicked bad, I can't do my thing, and then bam, you actually link up with her and it's not like that. Like, what do you do? Do you let her know too?
Yeah, you have to let her know. I'm gonna let her know because you know that's a long flight. Man, I'm gonna let her know, man. You know, like, babes, when last you had thing there? Have you really done, like, do you do a lot of squats and kind of like, you know, learn how to, because, you know, you're not really the most firm grip. So, you know, you have to do your
Kegels, them, you think them. Yeah, man, Kegels are important.
It's important. Yeah. You know, kind of have this little conversation with her. I'm kind of say, babes, you know what? Yeah.
This is not it.
Yeah.
There is a tweet by Chineke. She says, LOL, it's hard for women to come from penetration. So I understand if some women fake it, but you still try to enjoy it. So voice what you want. I mean, yes, it's hard to come from penetration, but that's why sex toys are here and all these different things. You understand what I say? So,
she got to talk what she wants.
Yeah. So,
talk where you're into. What makes you have an orgasm?
Yeah.
Talk.
You have to make no.
You have to make no.
Yeah. Yo, the tweets on Twitter are very crazy right now. I really can't. I try to read them up, but even know which one to pick for read from because it is a lot. See, you see, bad girl Olis, bad girl 20 say, yeah man, me and my sister them group chat settings, and then I grab my vibrator because what a waste. No, 20, listen to me, 20. Let me tell you this. Sex is about communicating, you know. Like just like anything else, just like a friendship, just like, you know, you're talking on the phone with your partner every single day. You also need to let your partner know, say, listen to me, babe, what you're doing right now, it just not work out. You understand?
And it helps the relationship to grow. Because think about this now. Enough man out there with girls where like they really want to explore.
Yeah.
And you know what happen? If you don't allow your girl to explore and kind of find herself, this is how she really just step out that line, and because she's gonna enjoy it with somebody else. You know, she buck somebody like me. I'm gonna be like, listen, babes, do your thing. You know, I don't judge.
But that's the thing too. Let me talk about that. And I've spoken about this before because I've gotten so many DMs from women especially who are saying that I want to try this and I want to explore and I want to do this, but I'm really scared to communicate this with my boyfriend, you know, Jamaican man dark. I really actually Jamaican man are dark, you know?
They're not.
Jamaican men are not dark.
They're not dark.
Believe me. It's just that they are maybe scared to bring it up to you. So what you can do is just tell him, say, yo, this is what I want to try this. You understand? Not aggressively, no. You know, and have like a conversation. You can say, yo, babe, you know, let us try something.
Yeah. She have to know if flex our muscles in that relationship, you know? Maybe you just go on the website www.pornhub.com.
Yeah, something.
You know?
Something.
You only watch it and then, you know, you kind of watching reaction. Right? You know what I mean?
Yes. Taro Screen 876 Taro Screen says, but some of them are 10 seconds and I ask about you come, excuse me, boy. 10 seconds, here we go on. Sometimes that happens if you're anxious. Me never anxious yet. Yeah? Because one thing with me take my anxiety medication. Then. So I'm not anxious. You understand? Yeah, man. Me take my anxiety medication. So there's no anxiety around here. But it happens. It really happens to almost everybody.
I feel like the first experience you have with a girl, right? Especially if you're wait for her for a while, like you see the anxiety will build up?
Yes.
That first time, just tell yourself, say, you're going to flop.
Yes.
But watch her go on. She not going to wait today because you're going to re-up. You see when you re-up, you know, say, alright, this is the real you. Because you kind of...
Alright, brother. Do not allow. If you're anxious on the first go, you ensure, say, don't go nowhere, brother. You have to go to the kitchen, drink some water, something.
Talk to her a little bit.
Yeah, man.
You know, get her
round
cool
again, man. Round again.
You know, say, alright, you count, build up again. You know, say, babes, you know, some I feel like...
Yeah, man, ready again, man. Ready again, yeah.
Yes, sir.
I never make her come out of my mouth.
You're mad.
I'm sorry, no.
Because she come out to the argument there.
But now put me in a no group chat, you're crazy. Somebody says, Cole says that, serious question though, how many people are willing to have an open and honest communication about sex and what they want during sex? And every man or woman mind progressive either, so that's that. But then I would assume that if you're dating somebody, you're going to talk about everything. I talk about finances, I talk about goals, I can talk about what you like, what you don't like. If you can't ask somebody their favorite color 500 times, I don't want nobody to ask me their favorite color. Yeah. You can communicate about sex as well. So you can know from the get-go what this person is into, and if it's too much for you, then bam, you call it a quits. Or if you're into something and they're not, then this can be a deal breaker for you. You're not supposed to date with somebody you don't really know what the person like or what the person want to do. That makes no sense.
Exactly.
That one I talk about when they go on dates, pasta. And strawberry duck be telling the other time, I don't stop all of the pasta they do. No man, I stop to them, stop with them man. What call it? Yeah. Yeah, man. And thank you so much for calling Bwoyatingz After Dark. I'm here with QQ. What's your name and where you're calling from? Hello?
Hey, Kareem.
Hi. Who am I talking to?
Give me name as 876 Taurus Queen.
Oh, okay, 876 Taurus Queen.
Wait.
I'm here with QQ. What you saying?
QQ, big up yourself.
Big up, well, go ahead.
Man, not if you can't you have to stop it.
Listen, I never see myself sometimes.
Alright. Alright, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you. Orgasm to fake, you know. You just have to know when to fake it. Because you have some man, I just said some man, them drink things and them build up themselves. And them say, oh, them a come kill somebody tonight. Kill who, sir? And this whole heap of stabbing and you don't really have sex or anything. You just, this one bag of stuff. And some of them know so them not a penis, you know, they must stab your leg the whole night and expect you to come. Sir, come off for me. Don't let me diss you. Come off for me, no?
Hold on. Listen to me, man. You can't do that, man. You have a purple little bit, man. Where you say, man? Tell me you say, man.
Which part?
What you talking about? What you say? Some man have the penis and they must stab my leg. What you say?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Well, they don't know when them, you know, when them old.
Them last.
Listen to me, it's like a joke, you know. This is laughing.
Oh, my
Not
God.
It is serious.
It is serious.
Tonight.
Yeah.
Listen, sirs out there. Listen to me.
Yeah.
You see, it's a penis small.
Mm-hmm.
Just make up your mind. You know, sit down and talk to the woman. If she rates you, she will see.
Yeah.
Get carry some ties, something.
Yeah.
And so you cannot waste it, face it, and then make a waste. Just something, sir. It just cannot come with a small penis, just so. What are you going to do?
Ooh, Jesus Christ.
Listen to me, it's like 10 seconds, something there. It's not just when anxiety.
Oh,
Me too, I'm boy, no, young boy, no.
Yeah.
Feel like I walk out in back at the hotel, too. Cause every night, sir, I get upset, I fed up.
We say get used to and still.
I'm fed up.
Should I, you know? I'm asking that question. I'm asking something, right? But then, do you know that, right? That some men, you know, as you say, have a small penis, yes. But what if him can know which position to put it in?
Hello, something is too small to position. I'm not talking about good size. Hello, we just start saying penis small. I can't put that position a good size penis, that.
Where is some penis too small for going in any position?
No,
Mighty God have mercy.
Hello, we are going to it out here, you know. I'm not have my bad luck here. I'm going to take a wash up. Something going on.
Yo, Jesus Christ have mercy. Wow.
We are going to shoot as woman. Can't shoot. We are going to fake orgasm. What we are going to do?
Hold on there.
We have bills to pay all these things. We have to pay
Shall you hear me?
Yeah, man, yeah. Yeah, you hear him?
I want to ask you a question. So, say you have a man, I date a guy where have a small penis, right? One that is so small, you say you can't go in no position, right?
Uh-huh.
Where you go do? You cheat on him? You work with him? Where you go do?
It depends power me have him for.
Depends where you have him for.
Yeah.
So, where you have him just for the rent?
But our business with him. Sir, come stop my leg.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
Yo.
You know what you never anticipate this at all?
Tonight, enough man are going to reevaluate them place in them woman life, you know. Them are wonder if them are the rent person.
The man them have little shame. Good God, sir, you know, so you have to smell something and you're still coming. Where are you going?
Yeah, but how him for know? What if he really doesn't know? What if he
What do you
don't
mean
know?
I know him have it? Hey, Kareem, what you had to do to that? What you say?
No, but what you mean, man? But what if him really don't know, though? Like, what if it is that he's not aware?
Kareem.
Because out here are fake orgasms and fake moans, him really feel like, say, you put in the work. You're not gonna know.
Kareem, stop it.
What do you mean? What do you mean, Tara Screen? What do you mean?
Kareem, come on.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Why am I not know?
But, yeah, he must watch Blue Movie and say, I know the right size to this.
Yeah, but you know, camera trick.
Camera trick, and they are going to say, no, man. You understand? Maybe the man are just different, say not even a pre that. You understand? So maybe him just feel like, well, if the whole out here are moan and are grown and a ball and a shake and a go on, obviously the man thinks him are
the brothers.
Yeah,
That's why
yeah.
you just tell him.
1 and 2 say, yeah, man, it's small.
Yeah.
I don't care what me or what man kill. But that's something about small penis and take it to art. No.
Oh my God.
Nah, tell him.
Somebody says that it's not the size of the gun, it's the effect of the bullet. And also, I've always said it's not
the...
the...
Few have the song which says, oh, small act cut down big
Small
tree.
act cut down big tree.
And whatever. But guess what? May I say?
Yes.
You see that little finger, something there. You see that big thumb, something there. You see that clitoris, something there. When the man them have got sit down.
Oh my
It
God.
is out.
Jesus wept.
And it's fruit. It's up.
Him have got makeup, like a makeup artist.
Yo. I really did not expect this at all, to be honest with you. Because you call the phone here, it sounds so nice. And I say, yeah. You know what I say? Boy, I tell you. Yo, yeah. How do you even come back after that?
Rough.
Yeah, like there's no coming back from that, to be honest with you.
You know what funny? But just there so a while ago, I remember a girl one time I tell me say she fake an orgasm with her boyfriend during phone sex. And I was just like,
as someone knows something are wicked, you know, because why you have to do that?
I just say I'm just never did I say the right things and she do a garbage.
Yeah, saying and just tell him say you want to get in bed.
But she never tell him that.
Then if you can fake orgasms over phone, now we for trust you. Nah, trust you, man, on a wicked man over phone, brother. That is, no man, you take it too far, no man. Come on, man.
Yeah, man, lick him chip.
Somebody says that, well, I have to fake my orgasms because really and truly, I don't have no time for teaching nobody nothing. But that's not the point. It's not about teaching because nobody don't know everything. Like, you don't know everything. You understand? Like, no matter how versed you are and no matter how experienced you are, there's somebody that might like something that you might have never done that way before. Mm-hmm. You understand? So if I'm going to take 10 minutes and him can take 3 minutes, you make him for know, right? What he must do to make you go there. And also, I'm not going to say what he must do because enough woman out here, you know, really and truly, like, not doing anything, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just true, you know?
Yeah.
We'll probably just, for the moment.
Yeah.
But I said, sure, just
we're not
make it wild,
yeah.
you know?
We're not please. Yeah.
Oh.
Somebody says that I realize that good sex requires connection. The little penis man them and me comfortable around each other. No likes and dislikes and him no mind using my toys on me. So foreplay first, then him lay his little finger, quote unquote, and we enjoy each other. But I mean, Emma on the timeline, you know, always said that, you know, she actually like small penises versus huge penises. Emma say fair womb is very, very low and she don't want a body come hurt up her body. So, you know, she like little penis on them.
Yeah, fair one title to squeeze that.
Emma, big up yourself, Emma. Yeah.
We love you, Emma. We love you. You saved us.
Ariane, man, not fake it to know. I'm going to tell her, say, Ray, as you should communicate that with us. Please and thank you. You know, I do appreciate it. I do appreciate a woman that actually orgasm for fate because some man now observe and deserve my good breathtaking orgasm, especially when Serena act right. You know, I said, well, like, yeah. So, all right.
Oh, after that?
Yeah. I will not fake it. I want to enjoy myself, so I'll tell him, sir, this is not working. That's from Trixie Ann 13. Because you're a good girl. You have to make him know. But once again, don't do it aggressively, please, man. Nobody ask the man what him do. Nobody ask the man what him to get up. Nobody ask him take off him pants. So what that may I look for? No, do that, man. Don't do that. There's a good way how you can communicate things effectively.
Yeah, find out a song with relative, you know, and just play it.
Yeah.
Right there and then.
When say what about tickle? When say?
No, the song when me have with Pampute when she said, you too little me no wanna tickle. And then we just reply, small axe cut down big tree.
A fitting moment, a very fitting moment.
Yeah.
No leggers road here. What want to know though? Like, him not notice? Like, don't you notice that you're not inside?
What?
Like, you know what? But I don't know if me just too smart, you know. Because I want to look up at everything. I feel and I touch same time.
Yeah. You have to know you reach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you dip on leg and then we say dip on leg. That makes sense?
Yeah, but fully inside, like when Andrew said lockdown.
Lockdown. And that's the truth. Have a call on the line. All right. Thank you so much for calling Bwoyatingz After Dark. My name is Kareem. I'm here with QQ. What's your name and where you're calling from?
Hi, this is Emma.
Oh, Emma. Dirty Emma. How long time you calling from Emma? What going?
Stop going like you don't notice, man. Sure.
When you go have big friend of them something to do, I'm going to tell you, say, you know, partner barrel and send come to Jamaica for Things Nation.
We're not argue. I call to talk about the topic. You see, you can call me now. You can take up your phone and you can call me. You can say, Emma, Wagwan. But no worry about that. We have to argue about that after the show.
Okay,
you only have a little bit of time.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Kareem, you know what the problem? Communication aside, many of these women have never explored their body. So sometimes a man can be trying their hardest, but a woman just doesn't know what would make her orgasm. That is a part of the problem as well. And I don't think that many people are talking about this. Because guess what? Them girl here, them not touch themselves. Them not masturbate. You understand? Them maybe have a one tie and them don't know which part to put it. Because let's talk about the rose, for example. The rose is supposed to be placed over your clitoris, right?
Yeah.
For the the suction to take place there. But at the end of the day, some people not even know which part to put it. Some women, there are women out there that don't know where their clit is, right? Because they don't know much about their anatomy. So that's something to talk about as well. So meanwhile, women would call in and talk about a man saying, oh, I faked it with him. Sis, you don't even know what makes you come. So naturally, you're going to fake it, babes. You understand?
Yeah,
so people need to know what their erogenous zones are. I mean, some people, I've been with people where, you know, I could tickle them and they had an orgasm.
Just by tickling?
You understand?
Just by tickling?
I had a partner where, you know, men have their zones too, and many women don't explore. And one day, I'm not gonna say anything too rude. I mean, we can feel that there's space. But one day we were, you know, in the middle of foreplay, and I started to like lick the back of his knee. I mean, I tell you, say, him go crazy. Like, yeah, him never experienced that before.
You lick the back of his knee, Emma? As in one of the fleshy part going and stuff. You know me, I hold up my flesh. You want to see me touch the back of my knee because
it feels nice. It feels nice. So get some ice and you rub on it and just blow on it and ooh, that little feeling like it feels nice. What you talking about?
Emma, me like you.
It feels nice. What a problem?
The back of the knee. Through the grill. Wow. Well, that's a new one.
What problem? You understand? So them have to place the girls right in the crease to your elbow there, so that's a zone too. You understand? Get some ice, make him rub it down your spine, something. I mean, you can put ice in the vaginal area too, you know.
And then do what?
I mean, and it will help. It will help.
Right,
men
and then do what?
last longer. But it melts down. So, you know, after they do that, then, you know, penetration takes place and the ice will melt down on his phallus. And it's an amazing feeling. It's hot and cold. And it's a wonderful sensation. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I mean, look. I understand, so I never go sex school. I'm not a sex professor. But there are many things out there for you to do. I just think that a part of it is with our society. Too much sex shaming takes place. Kink shaming takes place too a lot. So people are afraid to explore. People are afraid to communicate and say, you know, say, I like it from the back. And when I say the back, I talk about the A. You understand?
Yeah, man, I wait for you, man. Boy, I know say I forgot somewhere right there, so man. I wait for you a long time. I
never said the word. You understand? If I just feel like it, I just say I like it. So don't be afraid to say it. And I'm talking about men as well. It is okay for a woman to do that with a man. It doesn't mean that
say what you want to next time. Say what you going to say. Say what you going to say.
You understand? Mm-hmm. But no, because no phone know. We not only used to play Dalios and just do the vanilla thing on the jump on top of each other, and that's it. It never work.
No vanilla around here after Alaska. Your favorite idiot, you're crazy.
No. And even if a vanilla will start off with some chocolate.
Start saying, friend. You know this already.
Some after tipping it, you understand? Some fudge after
yeah, look at fudge.
By the time we done with the vanilla Alaska, we get lemonade. You understand? We don't know how we are going to do it, but we are going to do it. You feel me? So hear me I say. You don't need to stop waste energy with people. Stop have sex with people and don't know how to have sex. Take some time for yourself. Get to know yourself first. So when you meet on a partner, when you can say, baby, say, when you lick the tip versus the side, I like it that way there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's the same thing. You can't say, when you touch me upon the left versus the right, and this time I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but no founder to afraid for talk on the things that the man them for come play jigsaw puzzle for nobody. This is for the woman. What a problem? You think I chess and checkers this? Tell the man them on like. Anyways, good night.
No. Anyways, good night.
Love Emma.
Emma, thank you so much. You know, so there's one part of it they left out, and I thank God they never said it on the national radio because me really and truly couldn't please.
You're going like say princess never grow me good. Look here, mama, come on.
Alright, Emma, we'll talk later upon this space. Alright, later.
No, but love Emma, but
Jesus Christ.
Like, for real, you gotta tell them. Like, you definitely do.
But then if them don't know them body, how is it that we're supposed to know? And that's a very, very important point. Like, a lot of you women, you don't know what takes you there. Right? You've never explored for your own self. So how is it that you're going to tell me no? How am I gonna know? You don't know yourself.
Yeah.
And
it's true.
You don't even know what you like. You don't know what you like.
You know, one of the biggest thing when me use as like a little tester for sure, I say, all right, then the girl, she immature, she new to this.
Mm-hmm.
Teeth. I'm like, yo, it's 2022. Teeth.
Teeth like what?
Too much teeth.
No, man, I'm telling you, sometime, man, someone not have too much teeth, man, and have to take out in the dentures, man, and put on the bedside. You understand? Bedside table, and walk water. You understand?
2022.
Yeah.
So from reaching something, I say, all right, then, you know what? Yeah, she, because if that are basic, and if she can't pass that test, then I say, all right, yep, she knew. Yeah. Fresh to the world.
What have I got up on the leg? Okay, good. But come on, I don't think I can manage somewhere. I don't think I can manage somewhere tonight. Jesus Christ of mercy. I'm just still stuck at the point of the knee back. You know? And I do.
Knee back, leg stabbing?
Yeah, like I don't king shame, you know. But I'm just like, how you even know, say, the knee back is a place. The knee back and then your elbow. Boy, Emma.
No, Emma bad.
Boy, Emma. Boy, I'm not know what Emma do. Why am I not know? But anyways, QQ. Tell me which power can follow. You know what? But yeah.
Everybody can follow me at QQ World on Instagram and Twitter. TikTok, the QQ World. And, YouTube.com/QQ World.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Just subscribe, follow the thing them.
And the new song.
And the new song again. Big up TNA Twins. Them are the creator for the dance. Right? Triple Touch. Twins, they're on TikTok, we are push them, we are support them. Two nice young girls, and them just do them thing. I love how them do them thing and the vibe and energy with them have. So TNA Twins, Triple Touch, the brand new song. You guys heard it first tonight, first time playing on radio. And you guys can listen out for the radio tomorrow again for hear it and soon upload on YouTube and also all the Spotify and streaming platforms. And people stream it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, please. The streaming is important.
Stream it like the river.
It's very, very important.
Yeah.
All right. Remember, so it's QQ World. Please go ahead and follow him. To big up yourself, sir. I appreciate you for being here. It was a great conversation.
Trust me, man.
I mean, the conversation can take left and right turns, but you know, yeah.
It
happens.
Right,
yeah.
Right.
I mean, this is the show for it. You understand?
Yeah.
Remember, Drive Unique Cars on Instagram. Please go ahead and follow them. Remember the giveaways that they're having right now for $5,000 gift certificate from Ruby's gas station. And so, yeah.
When I need the gas,
yeah, man.
I don't know the highway for hours. When I need the gas.
The time is hard. And so Aishiba, my producer, thank you so much for tonight. Kevin the Kinetic, sir. You followed through last minute as a last minute request, and I do appreciate you. Dwayne Extall and Dwight Williams, my track analyst for the evening. Big ups to them also. Sir, the episode you're recording right now, I'm looking into the camera. When are we going to get this episode, sir? On Sunday. Yes? Okay, so this will be posted on Sunday, please and thank you. So you guys can go ahead and watch that on my YouTube channel at Bwoyatingz by Kareem. Big up to Gio, big up to Jeff, big up to Blade, big up to my entire team. I do appreciate you all. Remember to go ahead and follow me on all social media platforms. On Twitter, it's Bwoyatingz. On Instagram, it's Kareem Bwoyatingz. And remember the YouTube channel. I know that I took a break. I'm soon not beat me with my podcast. Listen to me now, people. I needed that break. You understand? It was Easter. And all these things, I would need a little break for us, relax. So the episodes are coming back very, 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 very soon. And remember that this episode came to you courtesy of Popeye's Max Box. So grab a Max Box Crunch or a Max Box Classic or a Max Box Classic, yeah? Max Box Classic Crunch. Oh, what's the next one, Aishiba? Max Box. What's the next one? But telling you, so they must go Popeye's and all of the things they will do. Next week, Tuesday, I'm coming in with some Popeyes, all right? So once again, this episode comes to you courtesy of Popeyes Max Box. Grab a Max Box Crunch or a Max Box Classic at Popeyes or order through Hello Food. Big up on yourself, Popeyes. Remember, guys, thank you so much for listening right across the island and across the world. I do appreciate you all. I still we're still number one trending on Twitter. So Things Nation, big up on yourself. Jenny, your birthday is in an hour's time, an hour and 6 minutes. So happy birthday to my cousin Don Jen on all social media platforms. DJ Kevin, just go and play some music and all these things. To QQ team, yeah man, when they fought from early, listen, yeah, punctuality is very important here in Jamaica, and oftentimes we don't right, very, very, very important. So big up on yourself for that. Until next time, this was Bwoyatingz After Dark. Big up to all my listeners, callers, tweeters, and anybody who's not on social media but you're listening, the young at heart and the young by age. I do appreciate you all. Remember, you have a purpose. Keep going. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. This is not the end of the road. Keep going. You have a purpose. You're great. You're things from Kareem Bwoyatingz. This is Bwoyatingz After Dark.